Welcome to part 2. Now let's add the present tense middle voice endings to our epsilon contract verb phile. Phileomai, phileesai, phileetai, phileometha, phileesta, and phileontai. Now it's time to do the contractions. Recall that in the second person singular, that intervocalic sigma will drop out, and we need to contract epsilon, epsilon, alpha, iota. The contraction rules that you already know apply. Epsilon plus omicron gives you oo, as in the first person singular, phi, lumai, and the first person plural, phi, meta, and the third person plural, phi, luntai. For the accents, notice that an acute accent on an epsilon plus an omicron results in omicron upsilon with the circumflex over the upsilon. But in the first person plural, epsilon plus an omicron with the acute accent on the omicron results in omicron upsilon with an acute accent instead of a circumflex. Other contraction rules that you already know is epsilon plus epsilon results in epsilon iota, as in the third singular, philetai, and the second plural, phileiste. The new one is the second person singular. Now that the intervocalic sigma has dropped out, we have epsilon, epsilon, alpha, iota, which contracts to either philae or phila with an eta. Now let's do the imperatives. We'll add our singular imperative ending, phileeso, and our plural imperative ending, phileeste. In the singular imperative, the intervocalic sigma drops out, and then epsilon plus omicron all contract together to give us philu. The plural looks exactly like the second person plural indicative. Epsilon plus epsilon contracts to give us epsilon iota with a circumflex, phileiste. And similarly in the infinitive, phileestai contracts to give you phileistai. Last up, we will look at the alpha contract.